in extreme lows. There's already been, which of course I covered in my last video, being Spain versus about a team that did really well in the 2014 World Cup and has a pretty all-round solid squad. Good evening. I am so sorry about the boring start. I am so sorry about that, but shit does as shit does, I'm afraid, and everything is giving me shit. And the reason why I'm not filtering out the swearing is because I will reiterate, as I have my other videos, I am not being paid to be PC. I am real. This is how real people talk. If you have a problem with swear words, then you can pleasantly fuck yourself. Swearing is a part of the English language. I am no less intelligent for using it, so YouTube in that sense can suck my dick. I will do this my way, and I will make my videos. Colombia, Japan today. They're just doing the national anthems right now. I don't see this being a particular challenge for the Colombians. I see them winning. Maybe not as solid as some people may originally think, but I think we could be looking at a 3-0. I think a 4-1 as well could be on the cards. Definitely a 3 or 2 goal deficit to the Colombians. Having said this though, this is the World Cup, and what every World Cup I have watched, certainly since I was born, has happened is that throughout the years it's got significantly closer and more unpredictable with every tournament. With the Euros in between, confederations, you name it. It is 100 times almost less predictable now than it was when I started watching football the first time. And I think the thing that sparked that was when Greece won the Euros in 2004, I think. That was the tipping point for when I think everything's kind of like it is or it isn't. It could happen, it might not happen, rather than it has to happen. There's no way this can't happen, It's football, These are all human guys. They've all got human legs, and they've all been through human training. At the end of the day, it's just little things that make the difference in football matches. That's why a team like Chelsea or Man City can play against an English team 5-6 leagues down and sometimes only win by 1 goal. It's not complacency, it's just the fact that you got men on the ball that can all run at very similar speeds. Some are a little bit faster, and those are the pacey ones. Some are a bit stronger, those are the strong ones. It's tiny things that separate the best from the average now, because everyone is training at such a high level with the amount of money there is in football. Like you say, there's billions and billions, and that's why these footballers can train to be the best. You think about it, it only takes millions, not even that. I mean, you look at some of the shapes some guys get in without a trainer, without even a gym, It's... they're spoiled, yeah. But I think with that sort of money being thrown at them, there's the pressure for all of them to be training at this level. And then, of course, when the players drop down from that level, even just a little bit, they sparkle in a smaller team. And then that smaller team is ever so closer to being like the best team. And the cycle continues. And it just snowballs into what is now the 2018 World Cup, which I have been excited about for years. I've been excited about since, I don't think it'd be cliche to say since 2015. I have really been looking forward to the World Cup. And I was talking about that unpredictability just there. I wanted Germany to win, and when I watched the Germans go out against Mexico, I said there is no way the Germans are going to lose this match. And the Germans played some of the worst football ever seen. Like the Mexicans, they played very well, but the Germans were awful. But that goes to show you how good Germany are. It was only 1-0, even though they played awful. So it just makes you realize that if they play good, they'll get a draw. If they play like Germany played, they'll be unstoppable. But they need to find it. They don't seem to have the communication or the vigor that they had in 2010 and 2014. And they started to show a little bit of a lack of it into 2016 Euros. It's a damn shame, because obviously I want Germany to win. So, we're about to get kicked off. Falcao already causing shit. Not a big fan of Falcao. He could excel in the Liga 1, but when it comes to the Premier League, I think it's highlighted the difference in quality in certain players. Which is scary, because the Premier League are the ones that will pay the most inflated prices of players. And, you know, half of them probably won't even be good enough. The ones that succeed are the ones that usually have past experience. Mohamed Salah, Kevin De Bruyne, and stayed abroad for years and years and then come back to the Premier League, always fail. You get that year of Premier League and you understand where you've got to aim over the next 2 or 3 years, and you've got to keep that level of intensity, and that's what those players did, and lo and behold, they're back as legends. Right, we've kicked off. Colombia versus Japan. It's going to be a very interesting game, I think. I think everyone's going to be very intrigued to see what happens. Enjoy.